Good evening, good evening, good evening. Word on the curb, family and friends. I want to welcome you back. For those of you who are coming back, good to see you again. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome in. There's some things we need to chat about. I mean, really chat about. I'm Annette. I'm your host here at Word on the Curb. Hey, Frank and Christina, wherever you are, stay out of trouble if you can. If you can't, have a good time. That's so important. Just have a good time. So, our podcast tonight is Word from the Curb. It's what people are talking about, it's what people are thinking, it's what people are actually saying. And we want to get into it with you. We want to have the discussion. America's Meltdown is not a Netflix series. Did you hear me? It's not a Netflix series. Listen, I bet you didn't know this. You're sipping poison every day, every single day. We're sipping the poison. For example, families fighting like cats and dogs. Don't lie. You don't have a perfect family. And some of you don't really have what you call family at all. So get off your high horse and get into the reality of what's happening. Families are breaking apart over politics, literally over politics, over what people are thinking, what they're feeling, and what they're talking about. And before we really get into it, see, I cross my arms. Before we really get into it, let's talk a little bit about perspective. Perspective is yours to have, but perspective is not the truth. They are two entirely different things. Don't fight with me, fight with the dictionary if you can find one. In this day and age, dictionaries are so hard to find. It's not just families. There are other social issues. Churches are split down the middle. They're fighting. We act like people with different views are our enemies, and they're not. Jimmy Kimmel, think Jimmy Kimmel. These are our neighbors, and while he may not be directly, indirectly he is, as is everybody else. See, the God I believe in, and what doesn't apply, please let it fly, because I am about this life of believing. He said, love thy neighbor. He didn't say the black one, the Jewish one, the Muslim one, the woman, the man. He said, love thy neighbor. Y'all better get with that. Have you read the book? There's going to be a test. There really is going to be a test. So we're fighting. We're fighting about everything. And the meltdown is real. The meltdown of America is not a Netflix series. We've become so desensitized to things. I mean, we really have. I know this is a bit serious tonight, but every now and then, Word on the Curb is serious. And this division, this meltdown, this is a real discussion. It's about us, it's about all of us. And the reality of it is, we don't have to agree on everything. We really don't. Actually, we can disagree on most things. It doesn't mean we have to fight. It doesn't mean we have to that we can't sit at the table, that we can't talk, that we can't listen, that we can't respect. It doesn't mean that. How dare anybody believe that the right to free speech belongs just to them and those they agree with? Not true. It belongs to all of us, whether we agree or disagree. But we do have to live together. There's only one earth, in spite of what you've been told. People are visiting the moon, looking at the stars. There's only one earth. All right? If you can't respect the opinion, respect the person. I don't always respect the opinions of other people. I don't. I can be honest about that. But I will respect the person. And I will give them that, if you will. Like, give it to them, like, hey, look, we disagree. And we're going to disagree, but we don't have to be disagreeable, right? Violence. We're fighting over politics and then we have violence. And somehow, violence has become America's second language. And sometimes the media would have you believe it's only in certain neighborhoods. Wrong answer. It's everywhere. And the example is, I said it, violence has become a second language, right? Mass shootings. Before we jump all the way in. Hey, for the throat, don't I sound better? With allergies? Just a little bit better, but I sound better. And I think we've identified the culprit of these allergies, but that's a story for another day. You know, the mass shootings, the hate crimes, the assault caught on cell phones and passed around like it's entertainment. Violence is not entertainment. When you take pictures of people fighting and being hurt, that's not entertainment. That's the media. They've desensitized us to the point that we think violence is, that's just the way it is. That's just the way of the world. This is our world. It really is, in case you forgot. And some people have, in their attempts to eliminate civil rights and things of that nature. Baby grays are sneaking out, but I love my grays. And I'm real happy about it. We shake our heads, then scroll to the next video, right? Violence only stops when we stop normalizing it, when we report it, when we call it out, when we stand up, when we step in. Protecting one another is not optional, it's survival. And then, in some neighborhoods, mine, mine, that whole snitches get, listen, if you're destroying our neighborhoods, if you're killing each other about nothing, somebody better speak up. That's right, speak up. Speak up and speak out. Protect your neighborhoods. Protect your family. Kids don't deserve to, nobody deserves to die from violence. Nobody. Stop normalizing it. Stop sensationalizing it. It doesn't have to be our second language right now. Unfortunately, it is. Do something. Don't just sit there. Don't just scroll. Do something. America's meltdown impacts all of us, and it is not a Netflix movie. It is not. Ooh, reconnect your humanity. Cry with people. Show up. Remember the names, not just the headlines. They said we don't have to kill them, give them guns, put drugs in their neighborhood, and they'll take care of it themselves. Some of y'all are doing a very good job of it. Say what you will. Think what you will. Some of you, and I'm going to stand up on this and move my chair because I want to be clear. I want to be abundantly clear about this. I'm standing up. Some of you are doing a very good job of eliminating your communities on your own. Stop blaming everybody else. They drop it here, you pick it up. Put it down and do something different. All of that business that you use to do things that are not right, put that mindset, because you all are pretty smart. You are. Mm-hmm. We are. Put that into an entrepreneurship and see what happens. Then you don't have to be running around D block acting like you're on the block when in fact you're getting blocked. Oops. Let's move along. Destruction. The point is division, right? Division and violence. Al has created a numbness that we can't even identify anymore. You see my girl? You see her? We can't even identify it anymore. Trust is gone. People fight. Neighbors eye each other with suspicion. Suspicion. Yep. Communities crumble. Our neighborhoods look horrible, but you're dropping trash in the street. You're stopping in the middle of the street. And this is everywhere. And you're dropping trash. You're using sofas on the front porch for porch furniture so that when a fire happens, it all burns, right? Somebody can roll up and throw something on your porch, and that's the end of it. And for those of you who are so bonded together that you think this doesn't apply to you, it does. It applies to each and every one of us. America's Meltdown is not a Netflix series. We're sensationalizing violence. We're opting for division and destruction. We're killing each other. And no, not just in neighborhoods that look like mine, but neighborhoods that look like yours too. They're called mass shootings. Stop. You want to see a Netflix series? Watch Netflix. Watch Netflix, right? The house is burning, y'all. Do you know it? The house is on fire. And guess what? The fire started at 1600. And actually, it started before then. But right now, the flame, the fire, the hate, the bigotry, the bias, the anti everything that doesn't look and act like them. How can you be working for a living and support those who don't and take food off your table? So you're not going to vote? Better get a grip. You better grip. Yeah, better get a real grip, right? The house is burning, and too many are watching it like it's a show. You're watching the house burn like it's a Netflix show. You are. You're desensitized. You don't mind seeing people get beat up and bashed and pushed around. Yeah. So, my question for everybody is this: stop spectating. Stop spectating. Stop spectating. That's right. Get involved. Vote. Volunteer. Mentor. Help your neighbors. Destruction doesn't win when people decide to rebuild together. We can rebuild together because right now, America is crumbling. Yeah, we're in a meltdown. Don't take my word for it. Take a look around and see what's happening. Think it's a joke? The joke's going to be on you. And for some of you who think you're above it, it won't impact, it's going to impact everybody. It's going to impact every single body unless you're a multi-millionaire. As troubling as this is, it won't matter the color of your skin. America's Meltdown is not a Netflix movie. This is real life. The question for you tonight is, will you be a spectator in the meltdown, or will you be a participant? Will you be a participant in our survival? It's us and we, it's not them and they. I think I'll take my seat. And I want you to remember this. When they came for me, you were silent. When they come for you, there'll be nobody left to speak for you. Will you be a spectator to the meltdown, or will you participate in the survival of America? America belongs to us. And freedom of speech is everybody's right, even when we disagree. Again, my name is Annette. I'd like to thank you for joining me here this evening, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great evening. And don't forget, perspective is not truth.